This is not normal. After a drop-off pass to Evan Mobley, Chet Holmgren is caught in the air. It's going to be an easy dunk or layup for Mobley for sure, but Chet gets his feet and hits a second jump and gets immediately to verticality, blocking Mobley, who is 6'11", at the rim. But wait, there's more.
But there's still more.
Chet recovers the block himself, something he does at a higher rate than every other player in the league, and proceeds to lead the break like he's a full-on point guard, drawing defenders and kicking to a wide-open Cason Wallace for three in the corner. That is a 7'1" player blocking a shot and turning it into 3 points all within 8 seconds. Oh, and by the way, this was Chet's second career game, and it has only gotten better from there. It's why Chet is having the kind of unprecedented rookie impact we see from rare players like Tim Duncan, LeBron James, David Robinson. A lot of people say Rookie of the Year isn't an award that's supposed to be about team success. But 13 of the last 15 winners have improved their team's record from the previous season. The two that didn't? Andrew Wiggins and Michael Carter-Williams. On average, in those 15 seasons, Rookie of the Years improved their teams about 6 wins per year. The other top contenders this season are going to be firmly on the other side of that. And so, with that, a quick rewind. Back in January of 2023, some 9 months before he'd play an actual NBA game, Chet Holmgren said this about the team he was watching from the sideline. We're winning games at the buzzer. We're losing games at the buzzer. We're winning games by 4 points. We're losing games by 4 points. It's not like we're losing every game by 30. I don't have to try to come in and be Superman. I just have to figure out how to help make this team 5 points better and then keep building from there. That quote turned out quite prophetic. The Thunder had a plus 1.0 net rating last season. They have a plus 8.4 this season, second in the league. And here's why. Because look at just how Chet has added those 5, actually 7 points and more. Efficiency. No Rookie of the Year has ever shot 50% from the field and 40% from 3. Chet currently is. He's 9th in the league in true shooting. He plays within the structure of the team and almost always takes a good shot. He's the first player, not rookie, player in NBA history to reach 150 blocks, 150 assists, and 100 made three-pointers in a season. He's also the first rookie to ever record 100 blocks and 100 threes in a season. He's 22nd in individual offensive rating and 2nd in individual defensive rating. He has 8 games with 3 blocks and 3 three-pointers this season, the most ever by a rookie. And he's 2nd in block percentage and also 2nd in total blocks. In a win over Memphis, Chet became the first rookie to have back-to-back 7 block games since Tim Duncan. He had 29 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 blocks in a win against the Rockets to join Kevin Durant as the only other Thunder player to register those numbers. Chet is tied for 12th in net rating and is tied for 12th in win shares. Not among rookies, in the entire NBA. And maybe the most obvious stat, without any exterior roster changes, the Thunder have gone from a team that went 40-42 last season to passing their total wins with 25 games still to go. So where has Chet added those 5 points he talked about? Everywhere. One thing about Chet when comparing him against other rookies is the situation he's in. You hear people talk about that in a way that diminishes the impact Chet has had on his team's success, that he's playing with great players and so on. But Chet has consistently made major plays in tight games against good opponents. Big blocks, big shots, big rebounds, big free throws. He is playing high leverage, high intensity games with real stakes on them nightly. He isn't playing in games where the final score is an afterthought to what his final line is. When you think about him in contrast to other rookies, how many shots have they hit that swung a game? Also, Chet is playing every night. He's not having his minutes or workload managed. He hasn't had the benefit of taking back-to-backs off. He is a vital part of the team. They need him on the floor. It's not even that Chet's team is simply just good either. That's part of it, but it's the role he plays within it, being good. and how different his rookie experience is from others. He's playing in playoff-ish type atmospheres against teams bringing their best shots against one of the top teams in the West. There are a lot of things that have made Chet pretty special some 60 games into his NBA career. He's selflessly minded, thinking about how his play can elevate the team toward winning and not toward him personally having a great game. He understands his teammates and how they can empower him toward efficiency. He is resolute in protecting the rim at all costs, and he resists temptation to break away from the Thunder's hotly churning offensive attack to try and showcase his individual skills. Simply put, he plays within the offense and takes good shots. He's a good teammate. Sam Presti put it perfectly before the season. His mindset is as unique as his game. What does that mean? Chet is a competitive animal. People look at his frame and they make assumptions, but Chet is a physical beast. He relishes contact and doesn't shy away from throwing shoulders or literally sticking his nose in a play. And he is going to challenge everything at the rim. He is second in the league in contested shots in the restricted area, and he told me this before the season. The biggest thing is not being afraid to get dunked on. You get dunked on, he did his job better on that play. My job is to go block it, so I'm going to do my job every time. And then there's the other side to it. Chet's mentality to impact winning, to raise the team, to amplify an impact. If that means numbers come with it, so be it. And because he's so talented, it often does, but Chet also isn't just trying to get his. He looks at it this way. I've grown up playing with other really good players. 5th grade, we had a team with 3 future NBA players on it. Almost the whole team went Division I. I have an understanding that if you try to make it about yourself, you will limit them, and it will limit yourself at the same time. In one-on-one, you've got to be better than that other dude. But in 5-on-5, your 5 has to be better than the other 5. So trying to make your 5 better and elevate the floor of the 5 you've got has always been my goal, because I put winning over everything. Or listen to Chet talk here. This coming after he scored a Thunder rookie record 19 points in the 4th quarter against the Rockets, where he was cooking.
I don't necessarily believe in the heat check thing. If you can make a good play, like there's no reason just because you hit some, it's like, okay, let me not be aggressive now. But at the same time, there's no reason just because you hit a few shots now to take a bad shot. The goal at the end of the day is still to get the best look and try to score and win the game, obviously. So for me to hit something and then take a low percentage shot just because I hit a couple, that's got us going in the wrong direction. And so, I'm always going to stay aggressive, make or miss, but, it's got to be the right ones at the same time.
That's a unique mindset, especially for a player that hasn't even played a full 82 games yet. And yes, by the way, he is a rookie. Here's how I know this to be factual. Before this season, he had played exactly 0 NBA games. That makes him a rookie.
Gosh, Batman, when you put it that way.
He's a Season 2 player, but a rookie. A redshirt freshman is still a freshman. 5 players have actually won Rookie of the Year in a year other than what they were drafted. Jerry Lucas, Larry Bird, David Robinson, Blake Griffin, and Ben Simmons. Also keep this in mind. Chet spent almost all of last season like this. He certainly learned a lot in his season recovering from injury, but there has been a clear progression during this season for Chet. And it starts in part because he's a complete film lunatic. He absolutely devours tape. Chet is a classic basketball junkie, living and breathing and thinking about the game at all moments. He's addicted to his work and to his craft. It's why there's been a trend this season of playing better against an opponent the second time and third time around. The first time he played Nikola Jokic, he struggled. Second time was a different story. First time against Rudy Gobert, wasn't great. Second time, different again. So imagine that in year 3 and 4 and 5 and beyond, where he's got his own book on every matchup. And there are so many ways for Chet to continue to improve. He's learned ways to attack mismatches, both off the dribble and off the catch. As his handle continues to improve, he's driving into contact and developing counter moves to his staple moves. For example, early on, he was very reliant on a spin move that is awesome, by the way. But as defenders try to anticipate that, he counters back with half spins and hard step throughs. And one more thing that Chet has impacted, the Thunder's post-game interviews. It's become something of a thing for OKC players to gather together for a group walk-off, sometimes bark.
Congrats on the...
But that really started with Chet insisting that he had a teammate or two, and sometimes a team staffer even. Shout out to Hugs. It's all part of what makes Chet a special talent overall. His mindset as a player has always centered around the team concept, how he can elevate the group, how he can be additive to the greater goal. He seeks the gray areas of the game, the invisible impacts, sometimes thankless jobs that do nothing more than just help you win. He wants to be a good teammate because it's an important element to having a good team. So whether he wins Rookie of the Year or not, one thing is certain. Chet Holmgren is definitely the MVR, most valuable rookie.